Why is it that small businesses have a tendency to stay small or, worse, go out of business? Simple explanation. We think small. We've got to break out. We've got to make a difference. Let's get in and talk about this a little bit more. Hi, this is Voss Graham. I am a organizational architect. I've been a successful entrepreneur for 36 years. I look forward to answering any of your questions and comments, so be sure to put them in the bottom or below this video. But today I want to talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Why? It's because I fell for this trick too. Not thinking big, thinking small. That's one of the major drawbacks of success for small businesses. And that's why I want to mention that today. As part of my leave something behind strategy is to talk about why is this? What occurs in the mindset of business owners and small business owners that causes them to stay small? First, I believe it's a case of they don't value themselves, or they don't value their products or their services, and they literally undervalue. I mean, to this point where they undercharge. In other words, giving the low price, commodity pricing, just to get the business. More of a desperate move than a, hey, I'm here to help add value to your business as you talk to the customers in the marketplace. This is where we need to move our mindset. Is thinking big is how we break out. Personally, when I was exposed to this topic, I was very content to just cruise along at a certain level of sales, and I had been doing that for 5 years without any major movement. Then I heard that statement from a valued mentor of mine, and that's changed the destiny of our business. As I began to think larger, I started thinking about what if, how come. I started creating innovative ideas to break out. Still didn't quite grasp the pricing, the value-added pricing, until later when I studied some of the works of the masters who have really fine-tuned the ability to create a value-added pricing to their equation. And that's where you start making the breakthrough. You stop nickel and diming and lowering your margins, and literally begin to monetize yourself or your company to the point where it can stand alone. It's strong. The cash flow is strong. You can build an enterprise, a business enterprise, a real live, breathing business enterprise, and help more people to achieve their goals in life by allowing for new opportunities, growth opportunities, training opportunities, and developmental opportunities that allow these people to excel and reach their full potential in life. Now, that's just a small part of it. But the major point is we've got to break out and begin to think bigger. That's how the big companies are successful. One of my current mentors is Frank Kern, who's an internet marketing guru, just amazing. And I keep learning from him. I noticed that he upped his daily ante. So what he tracks is numbers, and on his personal or his business, he wants to hit $100,000 a day, which for most people, that is just totally outside the realm of possibility. And yet he's done it. Hello. Why? Because he focused on it and he stopped thinking small. He thought about how can I do this, and not necessarily why I can't, and put barriers and restrictions in your own mindset and in your own company by not allowing yourself to move out of this comfort zone. And remember, comfort zones is the killer of all growth. I mean, geez, that's a monumental statement. And I want you to think about that. As a business leader, our job is to build our business, develop our people, and most importantly, deliver results, desired results, and exceeding those results for our customers, clients, or patients. When we achieve that, we will be highly successful, and we will no longer have to beg for business by using the commodity-based approach. And like I said, I raised my hand. I was guilty of that for years and still have that syndrome every once in a while with certain old customers who've been around for 20, 25 years. I still have a tendency to cut them a lot of slack, which is cool. I don't begrudge them because they have been a faithful client, a loyal client, not faithful. Faithful sounds like the puppy dog or my cat over here. But a loyal customer is very valuable for the long term, and a lot of times they are saving grace when other things are happening in your organization or to your key people or yourself, and that's my experience. Again, I also was interested in reading a comment today or long dialogue, a bunch of comments and really a chat in Facebook this morning where someone was talking about they had read an article on the average prices of the service that they offer, and they realized, or they made the statement, I'm grossly undercharging if this is the norm. And then there were all kinds of opinions, and everybody's got an opinion, yet it's up to you, the individual, the leader. It's up to the leader to make that decision as to what's our purpose, who are we helping, how can I monetize that the right way so that I can help more and more and more and more people down the road. That's how you scale the size of your business. You go from small to medium to big, if you want to get that big. Every major corporation of today started in somebody's garage as an idea. And Apple, oh my God, that's huge. They started in a garage, really, building computers for themselves and a few friends. And then they decided maybe other people want this. And lo and behold, Apple was born, and look what it's done today. I mean, it's phenomenally huge, profitable, large. But if they had the mindset of I'm just going to do it for a few people, or I'm going to lower the cost on everything, they would have never made it. And by the way, Apple has never been the low-cost provider. All you have to do is go back in history and check it out. They have never were the commodity pricing leaders. And even to this day, they charge value add for the ease of use that they promote and the designs that they promote. So they're still charging. Now, I may not like it as a consumer of their products sometimes because I don't want to spend that much, yet I usually get the high value. It's just a matter of matching exactly what I want. And sometimes I pay a lot more to get the capabilities and the capacities that I want. And that's the same approach that clients will have for what you offer when the results that they get are outstanding and hassle-free, trouble-free, smooth. And anyway, so I don't want to beat this topic up, yet I'm going to put a challenge out there for small business owners and mid-sized companies. What's your mindset? What's the mindset that you possess, and how do you talk about the growth of your organization? I'm a big advocate of hyper growth. I don't think you should grow at just the level of the economy or the industry that you're in, but you should always be looking to exceed that as well, with multiples much higher than the what I call the standard. You're going to get that anyway by just being open percentage. So the key here is to just focus on what you want and how you want to look in the future, create those visions, and then begin to connect the dots. Now, I've noticed that some of these people that are building real enterprises, they have a longer term point of view. They do not just think short term results and short term, the next quarter or the next month. They're thinking out, 5 years, maybe even 10. And that's now again, it's harder to do that with any accuracy. But then again, if you kind of know what you want long term, then it's easier to come back from here's the target. Let me see if I can get that in the screen. There's the target. And what you want to do is, if you're here, then you've got to close that gap. You've got to close that gap. So in closing that gap, you've got to start moving up. So the faster you change the mindset, the more rapid you can get there. And you might even exceed it and hit up here, which is where you would ultimately really like to be. But you've got to open your eyes and make that transition. So with that, I just wanted to share a Monday morning motivational idea on breaking out, so to speak, business, growing a business. I'm big into growth, hyper growth, and creating organizations that sustain profits and growth for a longer term. So with that, I'm going to shut this video down for today. And thank you for listening to my rant on Monday morning. So you take care, and watch for tomorrow. I'm gonna be coming up with some again series, as well as some just intermittent presentations on leadership and hypergrowth. But I'm thinking seriously about adding some what I call major business concepts, which I have found to be extremely beneficial for my clients, particularly clients that have multiple business units within their organization. Now, if you want to hear more about that, please leave a comment in the section below so that I'll know that you do have a valid interest, and I'll start making those videos faster, or at least getting them online so that you can see them. So in the meantime, you just take care. Have a great week and a profitable new year.